NBA trade deadline is now officially behind us. The Raptors deciding to sit this one out. Bobby Webster said recently they were talking about big deals, kind of medium deals, small deals. Nothing ended up making sense.
Trying.
They were dying trying. They died because nothing happened. the Raptors front office died, and Sam Mitchell's in studio. Did they die today? Not doing anything?
No, make a trade for what? This is the thing. Unless it's going to be a star player that can crack that starting lineup, where are they going to find minutes? So to make a trade to just make trades make no sense. Look at what they've done with all the injuries. Look at the depth that they've developed because of those injuries. And then look at Norman Powell. And I said before the season when they lost Kawhi, if Norman Powell steps up and start playing the way that we all felt he could play when they signed him to that deal, the Raptors were going to be just fine. And you look at him, and before he got hurt, Norman was playing unbelievable basketball.
So do you think they're out of the buyout market then? I mean,
I don't know
the wing position still, I think they got to upgrade there if they can.
Man, for who?
Well,
what?
But OG Anunoby, do you trust him in the biggest moments?
Well,
I don't.
But this is the thing, though. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You have enough depth to where you don't have to, and then you have enough depth and good players to surround him with. The only thing OG's got to do is play within himself. Stop worrying about contracts. Stop worrying about all these other young guys, because that's what he's worried about.
And
stop worrying about all that stuff. Your value is being a good player on a very good championship team. You will get paid, son, when it's your time. But you're not going to get paid trying to step outside of your box and be something that you're not.
Right.
So where do you see the Raptors sitting in the East with the moves that Miami made, the moves that we saw the 76ers make? Toronto didn't make any moves. They didn't necessarily need to make any moves. Two.
Embedded at that
Still
two
behind
spot.
the Bucks.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
because
Milwaukee didn't do anything either.
Miami,
yeah, but there's
Miami
7.5
you?
games. No, Miami just added depth. But do you believe that depth better than the Raptors? Think about something.
I don't know. Miami.
What is Andre? Andre Iguodala's a good player, but Andre Iguodala's long in the tooth.
He's done.
He's only played so many games, and this is the difference. O-Dog know this. You age overnight as an athlete. 36, man, I feel like I'm 29. 37, you wake up and you feel like you're 39. It goes that quick. I'm telling you, it does overnight. And so I'm not saying that's going to happen to Andre Iguodala, but again, you're talking about a guy who ain't played all year, and he's going to come in the last 20-plus games after he gets in some type of shape come playoff time, and he's going to significantly change what the Raptors been doing all this year. I just don't see it.
Iguodala doesn't scare me at all.
Can't shoot anymore.
I thought he was banged up probably, but he was awful in the finals. Awful.
He was. He didn't play well this
He
past.
played horribly, and he hasn't played all year. So how does he have the audacity to get an extension in Miami? What is Pat Riley thinking paying him?
Veteran players. Think about the NBA today. When I came in the league, it was about playing 82 games. Now it's about playing 65, 70. A guy like Andre Iguodala, if they get 60 games out of him, they'll be healthy, even less. But they're looking at a guy, if you can just give me 28 games. You have to win 28. You play 28 games to win a championship.
Right.
So if you can give me 28 to 30 games at a high level, they'll take
care
that.
about.
Yeah, because they're trying to win it.
Sam Mitchell in studio. In terms of the Raptors, 12 in a row. Last night was an
unbelievable.
That was an incredible comeback.
Champions die hard; they don't go away.
No kidding.
You got to kill them.
And like 3 years ago, if I told you Serge Ibaka would hit a winning 3-point shot, and you felt good about it,
we would have been smiling.
When he put it up, I'm like, that's the shot you need, man. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, he played well, and he was in the zone. I thought, Indiana had a case for some contact on that last possession personally, but still, a win is a win is a win.
Well, Indiana had the game locked. Mm-hmm. They gave it away, and the Raptors didn't quit playing. And let me tell you something about that little guy, Kyle Lowry. Hey, man, every time you think he's done as much as he can do, last night, he just willed that team to win. He wouldn't stop playing and wouldn't quit. Therefore, he would have he didn't allow them to quit. And so I look at this Raptors team and they're entrenched. To me, as the second best team in the East. And I'm not convinced that Milwaukee in a 7-game series can beat them. I'm just not convinced yet.
When you look at their rotation, let's put the cart before the horse. Now, they didn't make a move here. Let's suggest that they don't get involved in the waiver wire. We know if they're healthy, Gasol's playing, Ibaka's playing, Siakam's playing, Fred's playing, Lowry's playing, and I think Powell's playing if he's healthy the way he's been playing all year. After that, Terrence Davis, Hollis
love
Jefferson.
Terrence Davis. Hold up. You better include Terrence Davis.
Is he getting minutes for sure?
What? Have you not seen Terrence? Just what he does from a physical standpoint when he walks on the court. Physically, and you got to match up with him. He's imposing. And then when you watch what he does athletically, and now he's knocking down jump shots consistently.
Right.
Dude, and then you look at his mentality and his toughness.
I love him, but that means Hollis Jefferson or OG or McCaw, like someone's not playing. A couple guys aren't playing.
That's a good thing. Think about, as a coach, I'm sitting here thinking about who won't play. I got all these guys that can help me.
Right.
So I got to determine the 8 to 9 guys for my rotation in the playoffs.
That's a good problem
That's
to have.
great problem to have.
Now, with all the injuries that they've had, someone like Marc Gasol, who we know has played a ton of minutes over the last calendar year, do you maybe shut him down for a little while, let him rest up?
I wouldn't shut him down, but I would watch his minutes. I wouldn't rush him back. With all these guys, Kyle, once I get that number 2 spot locked down, watch Nick start pulling back some of these minutes from some of these guys. Once you got the number 2 spot locked down, because I just feel like, look, the injuries have been a blessing in disguise. Remember what Nick was saying, start of the season when they started having these injuries, he was like, well, I'm going to have to learn to like a few more guys.
Yeah.
Again, without those injuries, that may not have happened. So sometimes the best thing for a coach is to be forced into doing things that you're not comfortable
Well, we know
doing.
how much depth you need to make a run in the playoffs, and this is allowing those guys to get used to getting some minutes and showing the depth on the Raptors
That's right.
roster.
Steve Kerr is going to be forced to play Andrew Wiggins now. Because
Dude,
what's
stop.
up with Wiggins? That's your guy.
Okay, I'm going to say
That's your guy.
See,
Why is his rep so bad?
Okay, everybody's talking about D'Angelo Russell. They got the best of the deal. Okay, the Lakers didn't want D'Angelo Russell. The Brooklyn Nets didn't want him. Now Golden State. So you got 3 teams compared to one with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a 20-point scorer thus far in his career. You look at his average. Now, has he lived up to that loftiest number 1 spot? But dude, he's averaging 22 points a game.
So why does he have the rep he has? Why does everyone think that he's got no heart, no game, no fight?
Because when you see him, he's averaging 22, doing what he's doing now. If you think about if that light ever comes on and he could take it to another level, what can he be? Think about it. Before he got hurt in the death in his family, he was averaging 25 points a game. He was playing lights out.
First 20 games a year,
People
it's
were
great.
apologizing by talking about Andrew. I just feel like sometimes, man, you just need to get out of a place. And I just think for Andrew Wiggins, it started the day they signed him to the contract. Go back and listen to what Glenn Taylor said when he signed him to the contract. He sat him down. He had this long talk, understanding how much money he's making. At some point, I'm like, well, do you want to pay me? Even if you feel that way. If I'm getting ready to pay you $150 million, I'm going to tell you I love you. This is the easiest money I spent. I wish I had more to pay you. Whether I feel like that or not, but I can't pay you and make you feel like the day you got paid that I really didn't want to pay you.
Right.
It just don't feel right.
No, that's
Sometimes when you're around greatness like that, you get around Steph Curry, you get around Klay Thompson, it kind of gets your attention, and it's like, I gotta be like these guys.
That's what
Gary
they're hoping.
Roberts,
Don't
Ron
give him
Francis,
the
Brendan
money.
Shanahan, they got my attention.
I wouldn't have gave him the money if I felt that way. Because whether you gave it to him or not, he felt it because of your comments. To me.
Well, and listen, Golden State and Minnesota, they're the 2 worst teams in the West. So the rest of the year, it doesn't really matter for either guy.
Not a lot of pressure there.
No, but when Steph comes back and when Klay comes back, and if they got some room, they're
and
going to
if
maneuver.
they get that number 1 pick, who may be Wiseman.
Right.
Okay? Now think about this team and how good it is. With Draymond at the 4, Wiggins, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. And this is the thing. The best one-on-one player between them 5 is Andrew Wiggins. The guy that can beat his guy off the dribble the best is Wiggins. The slasher, the long wing defender is Wiggins. And for a guy that has failed, I don't know, your first 6 years in the league, average 20 a game, not bad.
Well, expectations factor in. I think he gets hit, down in the States with, he's Canadian. He comes off as nonchalant and just a nice guy who's willing to show up and play. And, that's the reputation he's got.
But you know this, and I've heard you say this. Some guys respond to different things. And I just think you got to, Andrew Wiggins is a guy, if he respects you and you show that you respect him and you have a conversation with him instead of yelling and screaming, he don't respond to that. He just doesn't. He wasn't raised in that type of environment. Me?
him.
Yeah, me, I grew up in a house with yelling and screaming. If we're not yelling and screaming, we're not talking. So for me, it never bothered me when a coach yelled. And most of the time, I just heard what he said and not how he said it. Because my mom and dad, I grew up in a house with brothers and sisters, we yelled all the time. Andrew Wiggins didn't grow up like that.
Right.
So in my dealings with him, when we would sit down and talk about, hey, I need you to do more, I need you to do this, I had no problems with him.
Sam Mitchell, quickly. Leon Rose instead of Masai Ujiri down in New York with the Knicks. What have you made of the last couple days in the news cycle with Masai in New York?
That was Andrea's agent.
Yeah.
It's Carl Anthony Towns' agent. Dude, I don't know how this is going to work.
Agent too, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I can say this. The only good thing that may happen with this is he may hire Mark Jackson because he used to be Mark Jackson's agent. That may be the only thing about
to be the head coach or GM?
To be head coach. I think so. I think he wants to coach again. He and I have spoken a few times in the past.
TV, Mark Jackson?
Yeah. I think he wants to get back into coaching because he felt like he set the groundwork for that Golden State team, and he never got credit for it. And that's something, to see them go on a 5-year run that they did, and to know that you gave Klay Thompson and Steph, you gave them that confidence to be what they are today, and then you didn't get a chance, not even a chance, to see if you could win. Man, there's got to be sticking in your crawl a little bit.
Great seeing you as always, Sam. Thanks for stepping in.
Hey, man,
buddy.
y'all upgraded.
Yeah, I know that. Noodles,
significant
Noodles will never be
upgrade.
back. Noodles may never
Good to see you,
return.
man.
There he is, Sam Mitchell, joining us in studio.